This is a long overdue request from Nicola. You'd asked about The Moving Cloud, which is a 3-part reel by Neely Boyle. And I had played this as a quarantine request tune some time ago, but I only played through it a few times. I didn't break it down. And Nico, you asked in particular about the B part of the tune, if I have any tips for that. So I'll play it once around, get it back in our ears, and then I'll go into the B part and see what I can come up with. So a flute-friendly version, not too fast. Here I go. 1, 2. The camera flashed in the middle of that. So exciting. So B part of the tune, I think what you're talking about is that acrobatic. So let's take that part first. I think I keep this finger down for all of that. D, B, A, D, B, D, A, D, G, D, D, B, D, A, D, G, D, E. So for all of that first bit, I'm anchoring this finger here. Most flutes should be able to accommodate that, and the pitch won't be too sour on the notes where you're leaving that finger down. So in slow motion. That's how I'd make that a little bit more handy for that rocking back and forth. And even on flutes where that kind of compromises the pitch for the B or the A, it's just a little passing note. It might be worth doing that so that you can just float through that first phrase. Now it's the second phrase that I think might be the real snag. E, C, E, B, E, A, E, that there. So for going from E up to the C, this is how I finger my C, just for this one instance. Now this is pretty eccentric, and the pitch is not perfect. The tone is not perfect on the C when I do this. On some flutes, it might just not work at all. But for flutes that can accommodate it, even if it changes your pitch a little bit, I think it's okay. It's just a little rocking back and forth to make it a little easier. E, C, E, B. You can't leave it down for that, I think. Da, A, da, da, dum, da, da, dee, da, da, dee. Then you're back to that little gesture again. So. Don't think you can leave it down for the B. But that is probably going to make these two phrases a little bit more manageable. Leaving this finger down for the D, leaving these fingers down for that high C. So. If you're lucky to have a C natural key, da 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 dee doo da da da, it is very handy there. And if you don't have that, you can just use this fingering, da dee 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 dee. It's not perfect, it'll do. So if after you've made all those adjustments, it still just feels very ornery in the fingers because this is not completely idiomatic for the flutes. Why do we have to do exactly that da 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 dee da every time anyway? How about instead? There you go. I like that. Da da la da dum, da da la da 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 dum. Much easier, much simpler for flute fingers, and I don't really think we're losing all that much. You know, if it really changes the script from, wow, this tune is so complicated because of that one broken part, to, oh, I can float through that one thing and then enjoy the rest of the tune, it might be a concession that might be worth making. So, recently I had talked about the Chicago reel as well. And this is a tune that has a lot of rocking back and forth. This. Whatever it is. That bit there. Why do we have to do that every time? It's not really serving any big plot point. We can go. Much nicer. At least to do that once, to give a little bit of relief from a passage that might be tricky for some. Just take it off the table and play something even nicer. So, no offense to Neely Boyle, but maybe we can make something even better out of this for the flutes by adjusting the melody just slightly. I hope that helps, and let me know what you think.